Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yes, I have a story, a human interest story. 22-year-old fashion designer Eniola Oduse and her 2 children, 4-year-old Eric and 2-year-old Onwara, have been burnt to death after suspected arsonists set their home ablaze at the Itamaru community in Ibejuleki area of Lagos. They said the deceased husband's, that's Kehinde, 25, was also caught up in the fire and is currently battling for his life in an undisclosed hospital. So according to the story, they said the incident happened at the early hours of the morning, that's Tuesday, and they said the family of 4 were asleep in their room Monday night, and yet to be identified individuals found a way into their compound and started pouring petrol around the compound. God. The guy had earlier opened the window for air to come in, so they used that opportunity to pour petrol inside the house. So the wife perceived the smell of fuel and woke up, just for them to realize that they had set the place on fire. And so he ran out. She
escaped?
No, he ran out to go and get help. And while he was looking for help, before he could, come back, the wife and the 2 kids, the 2 kids...
Without children.
Say shock, they do people different things. Let's leave that one. So the 2 kids were already burnt. So the way they showed the death of the woman, she was pulling the 2 children from their leg, and then she was dead at the same time, holding on to the 2 legs of the children. By the time they started rushing them to different hospitals. About 7 hospitals rejected them for whatever reason. So they finally found one that took them, but before they realized that the woman died at the early hours of the morning. The kids died straight there. The man is battling for his life as well because he came back into the fire. Yes.
Really sad. So Chief Wale Olanipekun, SAN, yesterday said that he had proposed a single-term presidency to former President Olusegun Obasanjo during his own term, but it was rejected by the former president. Olanipekun said that Nigeria's constitution needed to be crafted to reflect the realities on the ground and to also consider all the interests of the various zones. He said when I was NBA president, it was one of the proposals we brought to President Obasanjo, and he rejected it, beautifully crafted, but he rejected it. And he was speaking at Ikere Ekiti, where he was giving out scholarships to 150 students from secondary schools, primary, and universities. According to the story, this is the 28th scholarship award scheme and the 5th empowerment program that he gives through his foundation. So speaking yesterday, just clarifying what they tried to do to help to sustain our democracy, that he thought that would have been the best option to have equity across board in the country. Okay.
Yes, so I'm taking the story about the military men. Very sad story that military retirees have planned a protest over their unpaid entitlements. They are being represented by their group leader, Colonel Innocent Azubuike, has said that the government had assured them that they were going to settle all the past entitlements and that it will be done in November. But right now, November has passed and it wasn't done, based on the fact that there wasn't cash backing. They say lack of cash backing. And that they have served, according to him, we are going to take our fate into our hands. We're going to start a protest. People that are not in Abuja are going to be coming into Abuja. They've got some mobile toilets and sleeping mats throughout the protest. It's going to be a massive demonstration. They said they've served Nigeria patriotically and that their entitlements should have been settled. Many people are dying, that there's no indication that this would happen no matter what, and that it is not even the issue of the Finance Ministry or the Ministry of Defense, but whoever is in charge should ensure that the entitlement of the retired military officers are paid, because there's a lot of frustration over the persistent delay in the payments being done. And I think it's just important. I beg, let's just help these people so that we set a good example for those still serving, and they will continue to do that.
What he did for the military.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Should be continued.
Vanguard, Port Harcourt Refinery, talked about that already. Nigerians were living fake lives before now, says Tinubu. Hardship, Nigerians in urban areas now use firewood and charcoal for cooking. I never knew Gowon asked Abacha not to kill me, says Obasanjo. Minimum wage, Labour to sanction councils defying directive. Maintenance, Lagos government shuts marine bridge for 10 weeks. How Nigeria struggles to raise crude oil production, says investigation. And post-civil war, Gowon telling many lies against Ojoku, says honor. Okay, which story?
Lagos State government has issued a statement through the Commissioner for Transportation, Mr. Oluwaseun Oshiyemi, announcing a 10 weeks shutdown of the marine bridge for repairs. And so they gave alternatives to transportation. It's plenty, so please buy the Vanguard.
Can you imagine your summary?
that.
Oh, God.
Plenty.
Moving
Yeah.
on, I want to take the story that the president said that Nigerians are now living fake life because...
Where? Not now. We're living fake lives.
That Nigerians, he said Nigerians were living fake life before he took
we
power.
can't
He
be
was
fake now.
speaking at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Ondo State, represented by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, Professor Wahab Egbewole. And he said that before he took power that Nigerians were living a fake life. He said that subsidies were meant to support the poor and make life better for all Nigerians, but they were aware that the poor and the average Nigerians were the ones that suffered despite the subsidy, and that it was giving succor to a few people. He said, unfortunately, the good life we thought we were living was a fake one that is capable of leading a country into total collapse unless drastic efforts was taking place, and that they had to do what they needed to do to salvage the future for her children and bring the country back from the brink of collapse. He said that he's aware of the consequences of the decisions they made on the people, and he sincerely wishes for a softer option for the people, but that there's going to be light. He's informing people that there's already results coming in. Macroeconomic indications are looking good, and that over time it will get to all of us. And of course, as usual, all leaders end with prayer. By the grace of the Almighty God, every household will experience a better life and a brighter future. That's the promise he's making.
Hey.
And he has craved the indulgence of all stakeholders to join hands with his administration to ensure that the university system works as well.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Uncle.
so Nigerians in urban areas may have to return to the most affordable cooking fuels, that's charcoal and firewood, due to the increase in the price of cooking gas. Yeah. So they said, we've always used charcoal and firewood to cook back in the day. But when the gas thing came up and it was seamless and easy, a lot of people switched to that. But because of the cost right now, people are buying from that 12 kgs, I think from 17,000 to 18,000 in different areas. Everybody's now looking for those stoves that they make to be able to use either coal or firewood to cook. Now, some persons that were interviewed said they had to even start looking for bushes around them. They said back in the day, we used to go to bush to fetch the firewood. We're not even buying it. So now, if you have bush around you, you go there, pluck firewood, and use it to cook. And many Nigerians are resorting to that in urban areas. This is not just village now. But why?
I know, because it connects back to what she was saying about us living fake lives. I was telling somebody yesterday that my help is leaving after 7 years. She's leaving this weekend. And I'm thinking I'm going to start making chicken. Now, she does the but now I have to do for the whole week. I have to put in the freezer. I can't use my oven. It's going to affect my band A bill. Yeah. So we have to go and buy charcoal outside and grill my chicken outside. Plenty. Because if I dare use the oven, my regular self would have used the oven, not been the oven. But now that I see that boundary, that's the fake life. Man, I'm going to buy oven. Why do I go and buy oven? When I could have easily used charcoal. So it's the fake life of you think you can afford oven. You bought oven. Yeah, because
you are being subsidized by the government.
God bless you. It was being subsidized by government.
So now
reality is that I can't afford to have that oven consistently for hours because I want to grill chicken. No, I put it outside. That's the fake life we're talking about.
And I was telling him this morning that I want to go and buy that coat. She was laughing at me. I'm going to get it.
It's the reality.
Cheap. That's the reality.
But they compare the prices. It's cheaper than gas.
It's
not just... Well, I use all forms of cooking.
You know better.
Welcome to the club. Yeah, welcome.
Anyway, any other? Moving on, Vanguard. Okay, there's a story that caught my attention. But I'm not about former President Olusegun Obasanjo, still on him, responded to revelation by former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, that he had intervened with the late General Sani Abuja to spare Obasanjo's life during his imprisonment. But just I'm not aware. He was speaking during the inaugural Plateau Interdenomination Unity Christmas Carol. He said, so he was speaking, he said that the Gowon disclosed that he had written to Abacha, urging him to show clemency and leniency to Obasanjo. Gowon also revealed that he delivered the letter through his wife, emphasizing to Abacha that his role as a leader was to do good, not harm. Obasanjo was not only released after Obasanjo, so let me try to get Obasanjo's response. Say, I want to acknowledge my boss, General Yakubu Gowon. He made a revelation, and I have to thank you specifically for that. When I came out of prison, I had the opportunity to thank friends inside and outside the country who contributed to the appeal and prayer for my release. However, I went around the world thanking those that have been appealing, forgetting that you, the one that wrote to the president to actually spare my life. So he was thanking him for sparing his life. Okay.
Wow.
Everybody's contribution.
Okay, let's move on. Sorry. There was a commercial break. How is that possible? Let's go. The final paper The Nigerian Tribune, we're done. Let's see, 10,000 jobs as risk as Seaport concession agreement renewal stalls. Any other story that jumps at us? Confusion in House of Reps as APC caucus aborts fixed meeting. Long-lasting injectable HIV prevention drug set for rollout in Nigeria. And after 35 years in Brazil, businessman returns home with ingested cocaine. Unfortunately, we can't take any story because we're running out of time. Let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll look at the hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.